Hello everyone, GrimmmReviews here with another Transformers review, and today we will be taking a look at Transformers Age of the Prime's Venin. In 1984, Japanese toy company Takatoku Toys released a line of transforming bug toys and a toy line called Armored Insect Core Beatrice. This toy line was the brainchild of Shinji Aramaki, a mecha designer who would go on to direct 2004's Appleseed, as well as work as a mechanical designer for various anime. This toy line was short-lived, with these molds eventually falling into the hands of Bandai and Hasbro, eventually giving us the Insecticons that we know today. While everyone may know Bombshell, Kickback, and Shrapnel, you may not know their leader, an Insecticon by the name of Venom. When his original toy released in 1985, Venom was marketed as the paranoid leader in the Insecticons, often being afraid that every one of his followers were actually out to get him and usurp his power. Despite not making any appearances in 1984's The Transformers, Venom made several appearances within the pages of multiple Marvel and IDW comics, causing mayhem wherever he and his fellow Insecticons went. And now, in the year 2025, Age of the Primes has given us a completely new update to this character, and so here we have Venin, in his alt mode. But for the sake of this review, I will probably be referring to him as Venom throughout. And taking a closer look here, we can see Venom turns into this very cool looking cicada mode. He's primarily this very loud orange and green color scheme with clear plastic galore. You get some here with these buggy cicada eyes, some here in the abdomen, and then on here with these wings here. On the topic of clear plastic, I am saddened to say that during the making of this review, poor Venom's wing ended up snapping off completely from the figure. I thought I was being very careful manipulating this while transforming, but I guess I was not careful enough. Luckily, it broke in a way that still allows the figure to mostly function, but regardless, I wanted to bring this up. So if you are watching this video to get an idea if you want this figure, or if you are watching this video and already have this figure, please be mindful when transforming or manipulating the wings, since I guess they are way more fragile than I had initially thought. So let my mistakes be a lesson to you all, and please keep in mind the frailty of this kind of plastic. Moving on, Venom's Cicada mode has these 6 legs around these tiny little ball joints that allow you to just kind of twist and move these wherever. If you so choose, you can also just kind of untab the head here by slowly lifting it up, and that kind of lets it have a little bit of motion if that's something that you want, so you can kind of get some up and down, some twisting side to side, if you so choose. So you can kind of get some weird poses going on-ish for a bug. Yeah, very bug-like. Venom's wings are also on these swivel joints, allowing for some decent movement and articulation with the wings, giving this guy a lot of personality, or the ability to have it. For weapon storage, Venom can store his axe and blaster here on the sides, or his gun can even fit on the bottom here just by tabbing in to that little hole right there. Overall, I find this bug mode to be so charming in my opinion. I personally have always found cicadas to look very cool, so owning a Transformer with that as an alt mode, it really is fun. I really like having it. So moving on, it takes 17 steps to get Venom from bug to robot mode. And what we are going to do first is, please take the head here, and you're just going to untab it and lift it up completely. Next, what we're going to do is take the weapons, detach them, and move them off to the side. Next up, take these wings and lift them up, so they're like this. Come around to the back, take these legs and start moving them out of the way for clearance. You're going to lift this back panel, and these are attached right there. So all you're going to do is separate those. Still staying on the back here, grab these 2 sections here and begin to separate. And that will free up the legs as well as the arms. And then what you're going to do is just start straightening out the legs just by bringing them out. And then this is going to just kind of automatically, there we go. It's easier just to do it that way. Do the same thing on the other side. Move the leg out, so that way the knee comes out. And the way the knee works is that it's just on this little panel here. So as you move the leg out, it moves this little panel out. Flipping around the figure to the front here, we are going to take the legs and we are going to rotate them forward, like so. Take the feet, rotate them in, And then take the toe and flip out the toe. So, moving on, what we are going to do is take these arms and we are going to just move them out. And what it's going to do is just kind of move this entire waist section out. It was like that, now it's like that. Next up, we're going to take these arms and we are just going to kind of extend those. These are on kind of a double joint, so just kind of pull those out and then extend the hand. And then just kind of repeat that with the other side. Extend and flip. All right, we are almost done. Next up, come to the back. And we are going to take these legs and just kind of just fold these all the way down like so. Next up, what we are going to do is take these wings and we are going to just kind of flip it up so that way it goes underneath the armpit and points upwards. Repeat with the other side. Hopefully your copy will not be broken like mine is. Again, showing off my mistakes. And there, final thing is you want to take this head and you want to just kind of accordion it downward and then take this green antenna and flip it upward. And there we have Venom in his robot mode. And this is how the instructions want you to have him. However, personally, what I like to do is, let me just move these wings back here. And, no, I hate having to move that one. All right, so what I like to do is I like to take the legs and move them upward, like so, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. There we go. And then I like to take the wings and then just move them and actually angle them downward instead, just kind of inverting the process. And yeah, I just kind of like how that looks personally. It's your figure. You can do what you want with it, but I just want to show you that there is some customization options there. And wow, yeah, first impressions, I really love how this guy looks. The color scheme is gorgeous, and the way his silhouette looks with those legs on his back makes him look so cool in my eyes. The way the wings fold back makes for a neat design choice, but they do make posing a little awkward as well as just make him pretty wide. And with how frail the clear plastic seems to be, and the issues I am already having, I am deathly afraid of dropping this guy even once. As for the clear plastic, I really do love how it looks here on the abdomen, as well as how the cicada eyes look as these giant red orbs here on the side of the head. Speaking of the head, he really is sporting a very classic looking head here, with the solid red visor made of the same red plastic on the rest of the figure. For accessories, Venom comes with this solid green blaster that has some nice molded detail, nothing too special though, as well as this gray molded plastic axe head. These two accessories can be attached to the ports on his arms, or you can hold him, or with the axe, you can fold down the hand here if you so choose, or you can have him hold it in his hand, same thing with the gun, so you can have him, do that, or you can take the gun and attach it to his arm for a more arm cannon thing, or you can take the axe and you can fold down the hand here, which that just popped off, and that's been kind of an issue on my copy, so keep that in mind as well. The hand likes to pop right off. So what you can do is take the hand and kind of fold it down, and then what you can do is you can either tab the axe in on top to kind of give him a weird kind of axe looking thing, or you can actually take the axe and plug it into the hand again to give him kind of just this axe hand if you so choose. It's really up to you. Then what you can do is take the blaster and you can take the axe head, and there's a little port here, a little port here, a little hole here, and then what you can do is just kind of combine them into a giant axe that he can then hold in his hand, just like so. Moving on to the articulation breakdown, Venom's head can move 360 degrees. It is also on this kind of double joint here, allowing for some really good up and down movement. Venom's shoulders can rotate a full 360 degrees, and he has some good up and down movement here. At the bicep, he can rotate a full 360 degrees, and at the elbow, he can bend a full 90. His wrist cannot rotate, but it can kind of move up and down due to transformation, if you so choose. There's no ab crunch or anything, but you can rotate the waist 360 degrees. The upper thigh can do the full splits and rotate a full 360 degrees. The mid thigh here can rotate a full 360 degrees. This guy also has a massive knee bend due to transformation, so you can really get a good bend there. Moving down to the feet, his toe can go in and out due to transformation, and his ankles can tilt all the way like that due to transformation. So you can get some killer tilts on this guy. In fact, this guy can pull off the full Jean-Claude Van Damme if you so wish. And lastly, but not least, the wings are on the same swivel as the vehicle mode, allowing for some huge range of movement. And these legs are all on these ball joints, which also allow for movement. You can kind of just pose these however you want. Overall, this guy has some above average articulation, allowing him to strike some decent poses. But before we get to the final thoughts segment, let's get this guy back into his alt mode. And to start off, what we are going to do is take his head, and we are just going to extend that all the way back out on this double joint. Take the green antenna and just kind of fold that back like so. Take the hands and fold the hands back in. Extend the arms out into a T pose and rotate the wrists upwards. Now take the wrists on this double joint here and just kind of fold these back in. And then just kind of repeat that for the other side. And just kind of fold that back in on itself like so. Please. There we go. Next up, what we're going to do is come down to the feetsies, and we are going to flip in the toes, take the wings, and we are going to fold the wings completely out like that. Come up here to the top, and we see that there's this gap here. We're going to just press this segment in, and this entire waist segment is going to collapse and combine, filling in that gap. Take the arms and fold them down to the side. Take the legs and rotate the legs so that way the kneecaps are facing inward. Next up, take the feet and rotate them out like so. Next up, just grab this leg piece and just slowly start bending it so that way the entire piece collapses like so. And repeat with the other side. These are not all the way yet. We will get there. Flip around to the other side so we can see what's going on. And then just kind of start moving these segments inward so that way eventually they collapse. So that way they fold in and just start collapsing on itself. And they will just kind of cover up these arm segments here, kind of locking those in. And this kind of is a bit fiddly, at least for me. But once you do get it, there we go. You're just going to tab that in and tab that in on the bottom. And then take these two panels and you're just going to fold them up, connect them, and then flip this panel down like that. Next up, take the legs and we're just going to move the legs and just kind of splay them out like so. Take the head. There's going to be two tabs here, two holes here, and you're just going to take the head, rotate it down, and that's going to tab in, and this antenna is just going to kind of fit in between those legs there. And then lastly, take the wings, rotate them down, and there is a square peg here, square hole here, and technically it loosely tabs in like so. And then finally, you just take the weapons, separate them, and then you can put the gun here on the side and put the axe head here on the other side. And there we have Venin in his cicada mode once again. Overall, I find 2025's Age of the Primes Venin to be an overall great update to the G1 toy. Venin looks great next to my G1 Bombshell, which sadly is the only Insecticon I have as of right now, and his articulation really does allow this guy to strike some killer poses. I also adore his color scheme and his cicada mode. The orange and green with the clear red plastic looks absolutely amazing in my eyes. However, on that note, the clear red plastic makes me extremely worried about handling this guy. I'm not sure if it's just because I'm paranoid from where the wing already broke on me, but I have a feeling this guy is going to remain in his cicada mode on my shelf, rarely being handled. So would I recommend this figure? Well, if you like how the guy looks, are a collector and understand the possibility of the wings breaking, and are willing to take that risk, then yes, I would. He really is unique, and as someone who loves the Insecticons, despite not having many, I have fallen in love with this guy, warts and all. However, if you are someone who is younger, looking to play with this as a toy, or are afraid of breaking the wings, then I would say maybe wait on this figure. Well everyone, this has been Grimm Reviews. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!